Welcome to Brain Booster. Have you ever wondered how the Titanic, the ship of dreams, came to be? What journey did it embark on even before it touched the cold North Atlantic waters? The inception of the Titanic was a marvel of engineering, a testament to human ambition and ingenuity. It was the brainchild of the White Star Line, conceived to surpass rival Cunard Line's luxurious vessels. The construction of this behemoth of a ship began in March of 1909 in Belfast, Ireland. Forged from over 3 million rivets and just under 900 feet of steel, the Titanic was a sight to behold. This grand vessel came with a hefty price tag. It cost over $7 million to construct, a figure that would translate to a staggering $183.4 million in today's money. The Titanic, however, promised more than just grandeur. It was a symbol of safety and reliability, boasting state-of-the-art, watertight compartments and electronic communication equipment. Yet, this ambitious project was not without its tragedies. During its construction, at least 2 workers lost their lives. Samuel Joseph Scott, a mere 15 years old, tragically fell from a ladder and suffered a fatal skull fracture. James Dobbins was another casualty, crushed by falling timber. These unfortunate souls were the first victims of the Titanic, long before its infamous encounter with the iceberg. The launch of the Titanic was a spectacle that drew a crowd of around 100,000 people. On May 31st, 1911, the eyes of 1/3 of Belfast's population watched in awe as the Titanic made its maiden voyage into the water, a journey that lasted just over a minute. It was a sight that encapsulated the hopes and dreams of the Edwardian era, a symbol of human triumph over nature. Thus, the Titanic, a ship that promised luxury and safety, began its journey, unaware of the fate that awaited. Now let's dive into the Titanic's maiden voyage, a journey that was supposed to be grand, but ended in tragedy. The Titanic, the largest vessel of its time, set sail on April 10, 1912, carrying 2,223 souls, passengers and crew alike. The ship embarked on its journey from Southampton, England, with New York City as its destination. Imagine the grandeur of the vessel, the enthusiasm of the passengers, and the pride of the crew. However, this voyage of dreams soon turned into a nightmare. 4 days into the journey, on the night of April 14th, the Titanic collided with an iceberg. The iceberg, speculated to have jutted out 50 to 100 feet above water, proved to be the ship's doom. Despite the collision, the reaction of the crew was not immediate. One would think that in the event of a hull breach, lifeboats would be released instantly. Yet the Titanic did not release its first lifeboat until an hour had passed. It was an hour that could have made the difference between life and death for many. Moreover, the lifeboats were not utilized to their full capacity. The Titanic had enough lifeboat space to hold over half of its passengers. Yet, due to the delay and mismanagement, many of these life-saving vessels were launched partially filled, leaving many behind to face the freezing waters. As the ship sank, the sea turned into a graveyard. Of the 2,223 people on board, 1,517 did not survive the collision. It was a tragedy that shook the world, a disaster that could have been mitigated. In the cold, dark waters of the Atlantic, the Titanic met its end, taking with it more than half of its passengers. The Titanic's journey, once filled with dreams of luxury and grandeur, ended in a nightmare that still haunts us today. What happened after the Titanic sank? How did the world react, and what became of the survivors? As the sun rose on April 15, 1912, the world awoke to the shocking news of the Titanic's demise. The Carpathia, a ship sailing nearby, had received the Titanic's distress signal and made haste to the location. By the time they arrived, the Titanic had already sunk, leaving only lifeboats and debris scattered across the freezing North Atlantic. They managed to rescue over 700 survivors, but over 1,500 lives were lost to the icy depths. The tragedy sent shockwaves around the world. Newspapers headlined the disaster, the public mourned the lost, and inquiries were launched on both sides of the Atlantic to investigate the mishap. The sinking of the Titanic led to significant changes in maritime safety regulations, including mandatory lifeboat drills, 24-hour radio watch, and sufficient lifeboats for all passengers and crew. Among the survivors, stories of heroism, sacrifice, and survival emerged. The ship's chief baker, Charles Juin, for instance, claimed to have treaded water for 2 hours before being rescued, attributing his survival to the whiskey he had consumed. The tragedy also had its share of what-ifs. Milton Hershey, the man behind Hershey's milk chocolate bar, had booked a stateroom on the Titanic, but had to cancel due to business obligations. His missed journey saved him from potential disaster. The sinking of the Titanic was a tragic event that shook the world. Its aftermath, however, led to changes that would make sea travel safer for generations to come. It's a poignant reminder that even in the face of disaster, humanity can learn, adapt, and ensure that the same mistakes are not repeated. The Titanic disaster echoed around the world, leaving a lasting impact on maritime safety regulations. The Titanic today lies silent and broken at the bottom of the ocean, but what's happening to it now? The once majestic Titanic now rests almost 2.5 miles beneath the ocean's surface, approximately 370 miles off the coast of Newfoundland, Canada. It's a ghostly sight, the ship broken in two, with a gap of about 2,000 feet between the bow and the stern on the seabed. The discovery of this wreck in 1985 was a historic moment. It brought to light the tangible remnants of a disaster that had captured the world's imagination for over 70 years. The Titanic was found by a joint American-French expedition led by Robert Ballard and Jean-Louis Michel, using sophisticated sonar and camera technology. Today, the Titanic is in a state of progressive decay. The culprit is a rust-eating bacteria named Halomonas titanicae. This microorganism has an uncanny ability to adhere to steel surfaces and forms the rusticles, or icicle-like structures, seen on the hull of the wreckage. It's a slow process, but this bacteria is gradually consuming the Titanic. The ship that once symbolized the pinnacle of human achievement is now succumbing to the relentless forces of nature. It's a poignant reminder of the impermanence of even our greatest creations. The once bustling corridors, grand ballrooms, and luxurious cabins are now silent, inhabited only by sea creatures and visited by the occasional deep-sea submersible. While the physical structure of the Titanic is disappearing, the story of the ship continues to captivate us. It's a tale of human ambition, technological marvel, and ultimately, a sobering reminder of our vulnerability in the face of nature's might. The Titanic wreck is a testament to a bygone era and a catastrophe that still resonates with us today. It's a time capsule, a window into the past that continues to yield new insights and discoveries. Slowly but surely, the Titanic is disappearing, being consumed by the very ocean that claimed it. The Titanic was more than just a ship. It was a symbol of human ambition and the harsh reality of nature's power. But what legacy has it left behind? The tragic tale of the Titanic continues to reverberate through the annals of maritime history, leaving an indelible mark on safety regulations. The disaster served as a wake-up call, prompting international maritime authorities to enact stricter safety measures. The International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea was born out of this tragedy, focusing on the adequate provision of lifeboats, safety drills, and the establishment of the International Ice Patrol to monitor iceberg threats. In the cultural sphere, the Titanic holds a unique significance. It has inspired countless books, films, and songs, with its story touching the hearts of millions around the globe. James Cameron's 1997 blockbuster film, Titanic, immortalized the ship's ill-fated voyage, and the story remains a symbol of human resilience and love in the face of insurmountable odds. But perhaps the most profound legacy of the Titanic is its role as a stark reminder of human fallibility. The unsinkable ship represented the pinnacle of early 20th century engineering, a testament to mankind's technological prowess. Yet, it was a natural iceberg that led to its downfall. This humbling episode serves as a poignant reminder that no matter how advanced our technology becomes, we are never invincible in the face of nature's power. The Titanic story also underscores the importance of preparedness and the value of human life. The inadequate number of lifeboats and the delayed evacuation underscored the need for better disaster management and respect for all lives aboard such vessels, irrespective of class or status. The Titanic, once a symbol of human achievement, now serves as a stark reminder of our limitations and the respect we must have for the forces of nature. As it lies 2.5 miles beneath the ocean's surface, the Titanic continues to captivate and caution us, its legacy enduring in the depths of the icy North Atlantic. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.